apple cider donuts that are actually low carb and high protein. I know it sounds like it's too good to be true, but if you've been craving those warm cinnamon coated donut holes that you find at every pumpkin patch, I've got you covered. These little bites taste like fall in a donut hole, buttery, sugar coated and all, only they're gluten-free, around 1 carb, and packed with 5 grams of protein. Let's make them. Start by whisking together your dry ingredients in a large bowl. 1 cup of almond flour, a half a cup of unflavored low-carb whey protein powder. I'm using Isopure Zero Carb protein powder because it keeps the carbs low while helping our donut holes puff up and also hold their shape. Protein powder basically gives us that structure that you'd normally get from gluten and regular all-purpose flour. If you don't have whey protein powder, you could also try using egg white protein powder or even coconut flour. Just know that the texture might be off a little bit. It might be a little bit different. Then add your baking powder, 1 1/4 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and a little bit of salt, which is just a half a teaspoon. The xanthan gum is there just to help hold our donut holes together so they don't fall apart and crumble apart after they bake. Whisk that together, and this recipe is already halfway done. It doesn't take very long, which is perfect for busy moms like myself. I need easy. That's one of the reasons I use the sponsor of today's video, Green Chef. I've been relying on them for years to get a healthy home-cooked meal on the table on nights when I don't know what to cook or I just don't have the energy to get the job done. Since fall is here, we have been craving cozy home-cooked meals. But between work and kids and a million other things on the calendar, cooking something healthy every night isn't always realistic. That's where Green Chef saves me. They're the #1 meal kit for clean eating, and they make getting dinner on the table so simple. Green Chef uses farmers' quality organic produce and globally inspired flavors that make even weeknight dinners feel special. You can pick from over 80 weekly menu options and across 8 dietary preferences. Plant-based, gluten-free, Mediterranean, you name it. I love that everything comes pre-portioned and most of the prep work is done. Plus the step-by-step instructions have pictures, so it's one less thing that I have to worry about what it's supposed to look like. So if you're ready to make clean eating easy, festive, and delicious, head to greenchef.com or click on the link below and use code 50KetoFocus to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Green Chef box, plus 20% off for 2 months. That's code 50KetoFocus at greenchef.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box, plus 20% off for 2 months. Now let's get back to these donut holes because they're about to make your kitchen smell like an apple orchard. For the wet ingredients, pour in a 1/4 cup of melted butter, 2 tablespoons of sour cream. This provides that slight tangy flavor that you usually find in traditional cake donuts. 2 tablespoons of hot water, not cold because we want everything to blend smoothly here, and a teaspoon of apple extract. The apple extract is our secret weapon here. It gives that nostalgic apple cider donut flavor without having to use actual apples or apple juice, which would add a lot more carbs. Mix that all together until a dough ball forms, and it should feel soft but not overly sticky, just kind of like cookie dough. Now just pinch off small amounts of dough and roll them in between your hands to make a small 1-inch ball. You'll get around 15 donut holes out of this batch. Line them up on a parchment lined baking tray, and we'll pop them in the oven at 325 degrees for around 6 to 8 minutes. You want them just barely golden on the bottom. Don't overbake them or else they're gonna dry out. Let them cool completely before coating them too. I know it's the hardest part, but trust me, if you try and roll them now in the butter and sugary mixture, they're still warm and they're gonna fall apart. So you have to wait until they're cool. But while those cool, let me remind you that there's only 1 week left to get my 4-week macro calculated high protein and low carb meal plan when you pre-order my cookbook Protein Packed. The meal plan edition is filled with recipes that you can make in just minutes, and you'll only get it when you pre-order my book, which comes out October 28th. So order it before then, because once it's out, this offer goes away, and so does this meal plan, which is one of the best ways of getting on track for eating high protein, low carb, so you can lose weight, feel great, and feed your muscles. In a small bowl, mix together a 1/4 cup of your favorite granulated sugar-free sweetener. Just make sure it measures cup for cup with regular sugar. I don't care which one you use your favorite. But that way we know that the texture and the sweetness level is gonna be similar to just regular sugar. Then add in a 1.25 teaspoons of cinnamon. Give that a stir and you're ready with that part. Once your donut holes are cooled, we're gonna brush or just dip each of them in some melted butter and then roll them in our cinnamon sugar mixture until they're completely covered. And that's it. Low carb, high protein apple cider donut holes that taste like fall. They've got that soft, fluffy inside, the warm cinnamon apple flavor, that buttery sweet coating. It's just magical. Honestly, they taste like they just came straight out of a bakery. And if you want more high protein, low carb fall recipes like this, don't forget to order my new cookbook, Protein Pack. It's filled with delicious recipes like this one. Click here to see how you can get more protein in your diet and why it's important. And now excuse me while I go taste test some more of these donut holes.